I've often struggled in life, but we're one God moving through each life as a lesson, as we choose as that God. Just so happens that God loves overdosing. Forget Gucci Gucci, Louis Louis, Fendi Fendi, Prada. With this God that we happen to be for some reason, even though that makes no sense, it's Addy Addy, Oxy Oxy, Venti Fendi, Nada, am I right? And another one bites the dust. No worries, I got 8 more. Humans that love the rush. That's why they call it a God smack. Whoa, let's start the show! Sup gold diggers and crypto miners, step aside. The Hackarchist is taking over this broadcast to show you how to take your Patreon to the next level in 5 easy steps. I used to live on the 2nd floor. Now I'm on the top floor with vaulted ceilings. I haven't had a real job in almost 3 months, and I do it all from my green screen studio in beautiful Denver, Colorado, one of the most expensive cities to live in. I'd show you, but I gotta watch out for stalkers. You may ask, if you're so great, why don't you have a better microphone? Oh, sorry, I didn't hear you over how much I'm making talking about how great the microphone is on my Samsung Galaxy S22. It's not the newest model, but that's because unlike some phone companies, Samsung doesn't make their phones to break. I just live a lifestyle that doesn't keep a charge port healthy for very long. That's right, I like my life like my personality and my fingertips, electric. And how do I do this? Patreon, baby. I have hacked the system so well, I don't even need a subscriber to know I've succeeded. Already got too many adoring fans, seeing if I can pull this off. And what is this? 5 easy steps. Step 1, generate content the easy way. Step 2, get caught, aka the Loki phase. Step 3, free your mind and yourself. Step 4, the paywall that keeps on paying. And step 5, make some friends. I'm so confident in these 5 steps that I will dumb it down so you understand it. Again, life is pain for me. Even sex hurts. I want nothing more than to never have existed. But in the meantime, let's get this bread. Wouldn't have it any other way. This planet is full of violent idiots. Why would I ever join them? You got 32 years now. I'm telling you to fuck off. Step 1! Generate content the easy way. This is normally where people tell you to get an AI or some shit to make a bunch of crap you can flood the market with. Those tools cost money. Hosting that shit costs money. You will spend more money than you make. Furthermore, we agreed the market is flooded. What's gonna bring the people to your content? SEO, search engine optimization. Find as many words as you can think of that someone will click on for any reason and try to put them all into one thing. In my case, I'm doing a satire of Adolf Hitler's beer hall putsch as if he kept coming back to a karaoke bar instead of a beer hall. And instead of hating a race of people, he decided to close the Pandora's box that is Britain being loose. It didn't start out this way. It was originally a way for me to deal with whatever mental illness a weekend of trolling pedophiles on 4chan brought on. I decided to make it anime themed, and it just so happens I'm the Holy Ghost. That doesn't help as much as you'd think. There's a reason why being the Holy Ghost isn't step 1 or any of the steps. Speaking of which, now that you've made several attempts at broadcasting your message through the static of buzzwords, you're ready to get caught. Step 2, get caught. I refer to this as the Loki phase, even though that didn't actually work out for him. But many get-rich-quick schemes end in failure too, and most social media moguls made it there on supposed controversy. What the normies and plebs don't understand is that the controversy is generated after competency is demonstrated. What this means is an influencer already has a following before they launch a laughingstock into the public consciousness or become that laughingstock and have to claw their way back to the top. You're going to sidestep all of this because you did step 1 flawlessly. You set out to get known and you did. Friends on both sides of the political aisle and all the right enemies. You are ready for the masses. As people come across the 80-car pileup you left on the information superhighway, they're going to want to investigate the wreckage. But get this, much like Jay-Z, you've left too much to sort through, and everyone's going to start with the blueprint if his crimes aren't too bad. Anyone new to the wreckage is going to need a guide. And they will find one when you start to unlock step 3. So far, we have generated a mountain of content, and the world is starting to catch on. So now it's time to take body, mind, and soul to new dimensions of success. Step 3. Free your mind and yourself. What do you think someone will pay for? You haven't thought of enough things. How many ways can a person pay you? You haven't thought of enough ways. How can you be sure that when you think outside the box, you're not just in a bigger box someone has already constructed for you? Who succeeds in social media? Samsung. You know why? They make good phones with good cameras, and people like you and I buy them when people like me tell you how good they are. Have I gotten paid for this yet? Yes, but not by Samsung, by phone subsidies, because they thought this kind of content was the future. They thought inside the box. Me, each one of these episodes is scripted, which means I can either ask to get paid to explain the scripts, like Kevin Smith on his question and answer tours, or I can publish a wiki and try to have fans explain it, and then I can put ads on the wiki, or beg like Wikipedia. Hyperlinks everywhere. People engaged in real life, with the videos, and in an online community. It's like the Warriors Cat series or something, or Rick and Morty. You see, I'm doing step 1. What do Kevin Smith, Warrior Cats, and Rick and Morty have to do with each other? I can use each one as a tag now, or a thumbnail. Who gives a shit? So now that I've gotten caught doing that, I'm going to have to think of how to hold your attention by freeing my mind. Step 4. The paywall that keeps on paying. Storage is expensive, so don't put up all your stuff at once. This technique was pioneered in the 90s by Disney when they would add artificial scarcity into the market by releasing various films at different times. After a limited run, a movie was said to go back into the Disney vault or off the shelves. Currently, you can't buy my Ghost hoodie or the rad drip shirts that I wear from time to time because the artist's Etsy store is on hiatus. You missed your chance, and that's fair. This is demand-side economics. Only put out what there is demand for. Right now, I have 10 episodes of uncut green screen footage for download that anyone can chop up and use for videos. Music, podcast sound bites, anything. And they can't just download that off of YouTube because I can't sell the copyrighted music underneath it. But this isn't an advertisement. This is a Patreon tutorial. Plus, I'm making a playlist with all the official music of all the songs I use, so this empire generates revenue for all of us. There is a free space in the middle where copyrighted song instrumentals are used fairly, where people can learn about what I offer as an entertainer, entrepreneur, religious icon, and public figure, where the audience is given a product they don't have to buy or subscribe to. From there, they can watch the monetized music videos, they can buy my all original raw footage, or they can move on with their lives. So where does the paywall come in? Well, to pay for storage, I need subscribers. So for each $50 a month I'm making, I add more content. People can pay more or get others to subscribe. Either way, the more money in the ecosystem, the more videos for everyone. And the more videos for everyone, the more memes they can make. And the more memes they can make, the more people see my face. And where is my face? Free until it isn't. But all my fans really want you to subscribe because then they can make more memes. And it's just fun as shit. Even if you don't sub, you want someone to get you this link so you can torrent it. I just keep using the same sword clip and it works every time. Check this out. Awesome. And that's the beauty of the paywall that keeps paying. It's no longer dip in and pill for everything. You gotta be in it to win it, bro. And by the time the fad is starting to wane, I'll be making a whole other ass mountain of content to add to the mix. All you need is 80 or so videos. 10 free means that if I had all 70 others published on Patreon, I'd be making $3,500 a month. That's modest. And all it took was 80 videos. Promoting here and there on 4chan, LinkedIn, formerly Twitter, Facebook, anything free really. Again, we're spending as little money as possible because the rich don't have what I or you do. Our content and the fun we have making it. That's why I have a yacht club tier for $420 a month. That's releasing 8 videos by yourself. How charitable. You certainly are getting closer to figuring out how I'm still having more fun than you, despite not clinging to life whatsoever, and you're ready for the final step. Step 5. Make some friends. Hey, maybe you did a thing that worked. Maybe show a little gratitude to the people who helped you out along the way. I didn't make these videos for money, and I certainly didn't make them for the sake of art. Paranoia or not, my reality when I was alone no longer matched the one people around me believed. And it's been that way for a decade. And I've found a way to manage that, but it became unmanageable in June. I figured this would be a good way to connect those two worlds, and hopefully in a coherent way. I haven't had a job in almost 3 months, but I am looking. If you want to help, I do have a Patreon. This may seem like emotional manipulation, and yes, I do want your money, and the easiest way to get it is just to be honest. My story happens to pull at some heartstrings sometimes. Thank you, Mom, for listening without judgment. Thank you, Austin, for picking me up from New Mexico. Thank you, roommates, for letting me work through all of this. And thank you, Luke, for letting me know you needed a break when you did, and for coming back when you did. So, there you go! 5 easy steps. 1 mountain of content. 2, get caught. 2 to the 3.
I like good pussy and I like good trees. Smoke so much weed you wouldn't believe. And I get more ass than a toilet seat.
An answer for president 2024.